Guys, welcome back to another Drift Kart install video. In this video, we're going to show you guys how to install front brakes on your Aero drift karts. Front brakes allow you to utilize left foot braking, a technique that's used in professional drifting, which ultimately helps you slow down the cart while maintaining drift. One of the things that's very useful is slowing down the car when you're tandeming behind someone so you don't run into them, or you can use left foot braking to push your cart to the outer zones. Before we start, we want to make a note that if you purchased your cart before July 2025, it wasn't originally designed for front brakes. So you have two options to make it work. The easiest option is to purchase skinnier front wheels and tires to clear the front bash bar. We'll have a link in the description with the compatible set so you can run without modifying your cart. The second option is you can modify your cart by cutting and extending the front bash bar about 2 inches for clearance to run your current wheels and tires. Now, if you purchase your cart after July 2025, your cart is already updated for front brakes, so you don't need any modifications. So here are all the parts that are included with this kit. Step 1, we're going to go ahead and install the rotor onto the hub. Insert the rotor into the back of the hub and secure it with the 6 countersunk M6 bolts. Next, we're going to assemble the knuckle. Start off with a 5/8 brass washer, followed by the hub and rotor assembly, and then insert another washer on top and secure it with the nylon nut. Don't over tighten the nut. The bearing needs room to spin freely, so snug it down and then back it off slightly until the hub assembly spins freely.
Go back out a little bit. So like, you gotta make sure it spins freely. Like that. That's pretty free. So.
All right, so the next step is we're gonna swap out the old knuckle. So remove the original knuckle from the cart and then install the new knuckle using the same bolt and nut. Again, don't over tighten the nut. Tighten until there's minimal play and then back off slightly if needed to allow the knuckle to rotate smoothly.
Like that is good.
So now we're gonna mount the brake caliper. To start off, we're gonna grab the 2 M8 socket head bolts, insert a washer in it, and then grab a oversized 3/8 nuts that we're gonna be using as a washer as well. Next, you're gonna grab the caliper and you're gonna slide it in between the oversized washer and rotor. And then you're gonna secure the caliper by threading in the socket head bolts into the caliper bracket. After that, we're gonna reconnect the tie rods, and then now we can hook up the brake lines. Here are the 2 brake lines and hardware that you would need. Start off with the banjo bolt. Stack a crush washer, the first brake line, another crush washer, the second brake line, and a final crush washer.
You put another one, you put this brake line, and then you put the banjo. Boom.
Next, thread the banjo bolt assembly into the front brake master cylinder. Now let's connect the other end of the brake lines to the caliper. If you have this bar like we do, you can wrap the brake lines around it, but if you don't, you can zip tie it to the frame. Once you route the brake line, connect it to the caliper with the banjo bolt and crush washer. Before we tie in the brake line to the brake caliper, we're gonna need to position the brake line where it doesn't bind when you're at full lock. So take a look at the other side, how we positioned it, and try to match it and test it out to make sure you can minimize the crinkle on the brake line at full lock. Here's a shot of the position of the brake line we ended up at. After you found the position of the brake line, go ahead and tighten the bolts and do the same thing on the other side as well. After you got the brake lines connected to both calipers, you can start bleeding the brakes. Start off with adding some brake fluid into the brake master cylinder reservoir, and we're gonna bleed each brake separately. Next, we're gonna insert the rubber hose from the bleeder bottle onto the brake caliper bleeder valve. Then we're gonna pump the brake pedal 10 to 15 times, hold it down, then crack open the valve to release air. After that, you're going to close the valve, release the brake pedal, and repeat the following steps until there's no more air into the system. All these steps to bleed both calipers separately, and be sure to keep the reservoir filled with brake fluid as you are bleeding. You don't want to run it dry, otherwise you will put air into the system. After you bled the air out of both brake calipers, you are done with the install. You can put your wheels back on and you can start shredding on the drift carts with your front brakes. This next portion is for the ones who already have the hydro handbrake installed on their carts with the inline system, and we're going to show you guys how to convert it into an independent system for the rear brakes. Here are the parts that are included in this kit to convert your inline hydro handbrake system into an independent system for the rear brakes.
We're gonna convert, because the front brakes are gonna be separate from the rear brakes, we need to convert our inline handbrake setup to an independent setup. So our inline, gotta remove it. How you know there's inline? There's 2 ports, and then we're gonna install our new independent one, which has 1 port only. And this 1 port has a new brake line that connects directly to the rear caliper. And once you connect that, this becomes completely an independent system with the front brakes. After you mounted everything up, you gotta put fluid in the reservoir. We already did, but you're just gonna bleed the system like you normally do. Pump the brake, open the valve, and that's it.
Thank you for tuning in to another installation guide for our front brake install. If you guys are interested in your own drift carts or the front brakes, be sure to check out the link below at www.aero.com. With that being said, we'll see you guys in the next video.